Hello. Makes you think, doesn't it? A bit of darkness. Yeah, I'm doing the cinema one again. Why not? It was good. This is episode 36. The start of a new book. What are we doing? Prisoner of Azkaban. Chapter 1. Wow. It's a good one. It's a bloody good one. It's me, Tom, everyone. This is your weekly reminder to tell your friends about our show. Help us grow. We're getting there. We're having a good time while we're doing it. And if you're enjoying it, why not leave us a review on whatever site you use to listen to it. And if you'd like to support the show even further and you want extra content, maybe check out our Patreon. Patreon.com/Pottervision. Oh, also check out our tour dates on Pottervision.com. Anyway, here's me yammering on. Here's episode 36.
Pottervision, Pottervision, Pottervision.
Bonjour la classe and welcome to the Pottervision podcast, the podcast where every week of the year Tom Lawrenson, this man opposite me, and myself, Lukas Kirkby, we look at a chapter of the Harry Potter books. We chat for about an hour and 15 minutes about the book and about nonsense that's completely irrelevant. This week we're on episode 36 and I'm excited, Tom.
Oh, yeah?
Because we're starting book 3, The Prisoner of Azkaban, with chapter 1, Owl Post. Wow. Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm excited.
I'm excited, actually.
New book.
New book.
New chapter.
Yeah.
Just like Harry Potter myself, you might be noticing something different about me.
I'm
I'm a bit older, aren't I?
You're a bit older.
Since last time you saw me,
Yeah.
no, be fair. My hair's a bit longer.
Bit longer, yeah. You're a bit taller, I think.
And I'm a bit shabbier, and I've grown a bit, you know.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, and I'm ready
You're ready for book 3?
to do my homework in secret. Yeah.
I am extremely excited for this book because I think with the books and with the films, the first two seem like their own little adventures on their own.
Yeah.
Whereas from now on, it feels more like we're getting a bit of a bigger picture of where these books are heading.
I've been really excited to start this one.
Yes.
Because, I don't know, I'm drawn to Prisoner of Azkaban because I think it's a bit more mature and it's a better story.
Yes.
In my own head anyway. But yeah.
There's a few more complexities. I remember this, for some reason in my head, this is what I remember to be my most fond book. My favourite book.
I think me too, maybe.
Yeah. And also the film is one of the best films, I think. Very good.
God, yeah.
Oh, so we're excited.
God, yeah.
Oh, we are thrilled and excited. But before we open this book and look at page 1, I want to know what you've been doing this week.
What have I been doing? So, the world's opened up again.
It is, yeah.
Old me, got in a car. Beep, 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 beep. Drove to Sheffield.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did a gig.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy. They invited me on stage. I was worried. I was like, hope I've still got it.
Yeah.
Guess what?
You've still got
it.
Hey, hasn't missed a beat.
Went great. Yeah, I was a bit nervous, but I thought, I'll do some of my best stuff.
Yeah.
And, went amazing.
Happy days.
Other news, I went to the cinema.
Lovely. What did you see?
King Kong
Yeah.
versus Godzilla.
Oh, who won?
I can't say.
Oh, come on.
I don't know what I expected with that film.
Yeah.
Because I was upset throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
They won't stop hurting each other. Constantly fighting.
Surely Godzilla's got to beat King Kong.
The thing is, so you know Godzilla, yeah?
Yeah, big dragon
Size of
lizard thing.
Size of a building.
Yeah.
What do you know about King Kong?
He's just like an ape.
You remember in the King Kong film how he climbs the Empire State Building?
Yeah.
Well, now he's the size of the Empire State Building.
Hey, what? So it's like proper King Kong.
Not proper King Kong, just Mega King Kong.
King Kong, yeah.
King Kong grow big.
Mega Kong.
Yeah, and with my cinema experience, I had a Tango Ice Blast
Lovely.
and a hot dog.
Oh, nice.
Ate the hot dog in one. Drinking the ice blast. Got brain freeze about 4 times. Didn't learn my lesson once.
No, it's good, isn't it?
What do you make to that?
Oh, I love it. We sometimes buy nachos with cheese dips and popcorn, and I don't know if this is going to disgust you, but we dip the popcorn in the cheese dip, and it is delicious.
Disgusting. But let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Also went to Asda beforehand.
Azkaban!
And I bought
Yeah.
chocolate toffee popcorn. You ever had that?
Oh, butter kissed.
No, it was like Asda's own.
Oh, yeah.
Popcorn dipped in toffee, then dipped in chocolate.
Oh, was it good?
I want you to bury me with a mouthful of that.
I will. Everyone at that open casket funeral will be walking past going, why has he got loads of black balls in his mouth? Hey, it's chocolate toffee pop.
He wanted to die the way he lived.
We must respect his wishes. I went to the cinema also this week.
On your own, I bet.
No, I went with Martina, my girlfriend, my love. And we went to see The Little Things, which is like a noir detective thing with Denzel Washington, Rami Malek and Jared Leto. And it was weird, kind of good, but not amazing, and unsatisfying at the end.
The Little Thing. Las pequeñas cosas.
Exactly. Fantastic. But we saw it in English. So there we go. But yeah, it's nice to have things opening up again. I did my first gig, but it was not a stand-up gig.
Oh, yeah.
It was an improv gig. I did Murder Inc. Last Thursday, which is an improvised murder mystery.
Jade's gig.
Exactly, Jay's gig. And I was...
Good turnout.
Pretty good. It was in the Ape and Apple, so you can't fit that many in there with social distancing.
Let me take some about my gig.
Yeah.
In the audience, on the right, was this gaggle of friends.
Oh, yeah.
3 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of, you can kind of tell by looking at them, they saw themselves as like hipstery types.
Oh, yeah.
When I was doing my punchlines, would you believe they are rolling their eyes?
They weren't.
You've heard my punchlines.
They're brilliant.
They're not something you've heard before, are they?
They're dynamite. They are dynamite. You can't see where they're going.
Rolling their bloody eyes at me.
Oh.
Everyone else in the room, crying, laughing, asking for my autograph while I'm on stage.
Yeah.
I said, that's inappropriate. And they're rolling their eyes.
It's the thing, isn't it? You know, if you can have 99% of the audience on your side, but your eyes are always drawn to the miserable buggers who've got their arms crossed.
Or maybe my punchlines had them in such euphoria that they'd lost control of their eyes. Oh!
Maybe that was it. They were starting to have like a fit, a literal fit of laughter. Frothing at the mouth, were they? On the floor shaking, were they? Were people moving chairs out of the way? Look, let it pass, let it pass.
People were saying, please stop performing. And I said, you're killing me. And I said, no. The show must go on.
Show must go on. Absolutely fantastic. Tom, are you ready for a rundown of chapter 1 of book 3?
Not yet.
Why?
What did you have for tea last night?
Last night I had a Chinese.
Ooh.
What did you have for tea?
Nachos, homemade.
Homemade? How do you make homemade nachos?
Tortilla chips, add cheese, and then add your
what?
guac, add your salsa, add your jalapenos, add your sour cream.
That's not homemade, is it?
Yes, it is.
Homemade is you somehow make the crisps yourself.
Well, I've done that before.
Have
You take tortilla wraps and you cut them into triangles and you toast them in the oven.
Hey? No.
Does that scare you?
Oh, nachos, really? Tortilla wraps?
They can be.
Are they?
They can be,
They were
pal.
just like crisps.
Well, they turn into crisps, don't they?
Oh. Is that true? That's blown my mind. I thought they were just like crisps made out of potatoes.
Yes, it is. And I say that with 100% certainty. No matter what listeners are listening to this going, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
He's lying.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I tell thee the truth.
All right, fair enough.
When you eat a big bag of Doritos, what you're eating, pal, is 4 tortilla wraps. And it's healthy.
Cut into triangles. And as we know, everybody, triangles are one of the only shapes that tessellate. So when you cut them open, you're not wasting any of that tortilla wrap.
Do you know what a poppadom is?
Yes.
Just 1 tortilla wrap uncut.
No.
Of course it is.
I'm not having that. It's a big crisp.
I swear. I swear.
And I swear. Tom, now that you've
rundown.
blown my mind,
Yeah.
are you ready for me to blow yours?
Please!
Chapter 1 of Book 3, Owl Post.
Please can I have a rundown, sir? I'll be a good little boy throughout the whole thing. I promise.
Of course you can, little Tommy. Chapter 1, Owl Post. Harry is doing his homework and then he gets some post. That was Chapter 1, Owl Post. What do you think?
It was, yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's what happened in the chapter.
Even though this is our favourite book so far,
Yeah.
without reading it, she starts it off with a bit of a sputter, doesn't she?
I must admit, I forgot this chapter existed.
This chapter sounded like the car from the 1970s film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You know, as they're driving through that car wash?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nada.
For me,
Zilch. Zero. Zero.
this is the bonus chapter you get on the website that didn't get included in the book. Hey, this was the chapter that got cut out in the final edit.
Yeah.
The chapter where Harry just gets some mail.
But you have to forgive, because if you think about being a little tot when reading this book, imagine you were alive when these books were coming out. So picture you as a little boy, right?
Yeah.
Short legs. I bet.
Yeah.
Short arms.
Yeah.
A torso that matched.
Yeah.
Young face. No glasses.
No, in proportion.
Short hair.
Yeah.
No beard.
Yeah.
No body hair.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yes, you're right.
So you'd have to wait years once you finish one book for the
Yeah.
other ones to come out. When are they going to release the next book? And then when they do release it, if you've not put in the effort to read the other two books beforehand,
Yeah.
there's got to be a bit of a catch-up.
All right, fair enough.
Who is Harry Potter? He's an extraordinary boy. Why is he extraordinary? He's a wizard. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard it right. Wizards exist. Are you going to go reading the other two books? No, I want to start with book 3. All right, it's going to be a bit weird, but I will do my best to fill in some blanks.
Are you telling me that somebody who's read the first 2 books is going, even after a year off, 2 years off, is going to open the 3rd book and read Harry Potter got on the train, thinking, who's this?
Yeah,
Who's Harry Potter?
I genuinely think some people are opening this book going, his family are mean to him. I thought they'd be nice to him by now. It's been 13 years, hasn't it? It's been 14 years, hasn't it? How old is he now?
He's just...
14.
he turns 13 in this chapter.
13.
He's only just a teen.
Oh, wow.
A teeny bopper.
Okay.
But I think, to be fair, I will give them a bit of credit. I will give JK a bit of credit. The recapping is less onerous than it was last time. It was very like, oh...
We didn't have to have the entire rules of Quidditch explained to us, did we?
No, exactly. So, Harry Potter, it says at the beginning, is highly unusual in many ways.
Which ways?
Well, he's best friends with an adult man. He eats food until he can barely walk.
He's a liar?
Yeah. But not to elves. Only tells the truth to elves.
He's got no romantic feelings to anyone. Maybe not even any, any nice feelings towards any other man.
He hates the lot of them. But yeah, he's there. He's doing his homework in secret, isn't he? He's got a torch.
He has to be careful. He has to be careful.
Yeah.
Because the scratching of his quill on the parchment
Yeah.
makes such a racket
Yeah.
that it will wake his family members, or they'll hear it when they go past, and
Yeah.
they'll run in and rip it out of his hands.
Yeah.
Get a biro, pal.
Yeah.
Get a biro.
Do you think they penalise him for not using the right pen?
I'd say do it all in a bit on a notepad that you can keep in your back pocket,
Yeah.
or in your underpants. They're not going to check there. And then when you're on the train to Hogwarts, copy your homework down again onto parchment.
That's good.
That's how they do it.
Oh.
I'd like to see. That should have been how the chapter began.
Yeah.
Harry Potter was writing on a biro, using a biro into a notepad that he was going to store in his underpants.
Yeah.
To copy later onto the train.
Exactly. I remember being in the last couple of years of primary school and they taught us how to write with a fountain pen. They said, children, it's time to prepare you for high school. You're not going to be able to write with a biro anymore. You need to be able to write calligraphically with a fountain pen. They taught us how to do cursive writing where it all joins up together.
The year is 1462. You will be copying the Bible word for word for the monks.
Exactly. And we did this, didn't we? We got told off, you can't bring in a biro. It has to be a fountain pen. If you're going to be at big school, you're going to have to use a fountain pen. You're going to have to do joined up writing. Day one of big school, use a biro if you want. I thought I've been cheated out of this.
Gets more and more relaxed as you go.
Oh, yeah.
Primary school, they blow a whistle, you got to stand still,
Yeah.
like you're a prisoner of war.
Yeah.
Right? High school, use whatever pen you want, kid.
Yeah.
You know, you can use gel pens if you want, I'm not arsed, as long as it's blue or black. Sixth form, call me by my first name. University, sleep with me.
That's it, isn't it?
Teachers, can we get some bloody,
Yeah. We had a professor.
get your act together and bloody start acting the same. What are these blurred lines about? Some of you at some points in our career were allowed to sleep with. Other one, what am I saying?
Oh, you saying blurred lines reminds me of one of the worst things I've ever seen. And that's my mum and her best friend dancing to Blurred Lines by... who sings that?
I know you want it.
I know you want it. You're a good girl. At somebody's 21st birthday.
Was it your 21st birthday?
No, it wasn't. It was my mum's friend's grandson's.
Oh, he sounds lovely.
He is. And
Is he handsome?
He's relatively handsome, yes. But yeah, I'll always have that image in my head.
I know you want it.
I know you want it.
But those blurred lines.
They're not blurred in my memory, I tell you that. So,
Yeah.
he's writing an essay.
Yeah.
Right. He goes, the essay is, witch burning in the 14th century was completely pointless. Discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Pointless in what way? What does he mean, pointless? Mm-hmm. In terms of what? The Muggles trying to get rid of witches? Is it that pointless? Because I think...
Pointless in the term that they tried, but they failed.
Okay.
Pointless in maybe it's futile, to try and kill your fellow man. Your reasoning behind it is useless because we mean no harm, Muggle man.
Yes. I just thought it was very disrespectful towards the Muggles that got falsely accused of being witches and were burnt
Yes.
to death.
Well, that's pointless as well, isn't it? I don't think it's disrespectful. You've killed your own brethren.
Pointlessly.
Yeah. But also, it makes me think, you see, we've been reading in our Double Vision episodes.
Yes.
The companion series.
Yes.
And we found out that Malfoy's great-great-great-great-grandfather, whoever it was,
Brutus Malfoy.
was writing books, trying to separate anti-Muggle books, basically.
Yeah.
And this is fueled by the anti-wizard sentiment from the witch-burning era.
Yes.
But if their efforts to kill wizards were futile,
Yeah.
why is Brutus Malfoy so upset by everything?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it the effort of having to set yourself, make yourself flame-proof before any burning?
Yeah. Maybe it's just that feeling of being hated or being disliked and having to live your life in secret when you just want to be yourself. I thought a good book series set in the Harry Potter universe would be one where the Muggles find out about wizards and there is some kind of war or battle between Muggles and wizards and seeing how they coexist, now knowing that some of them can do magic and some of them cannot.
That could be good. I'd like to see a companion series about a 50-odd-year-old groundskeeper making some friends his own age.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? In a parallel universe where Hagrid meets up with the other members of staff at Hogwarts. Let's see that. Because what does he do after they leave Hogwarts in 7th year?
Imagine that. He waits another 10 years until Harry's sons come. Hello, Albus Severus.
Potter.
Lucius Potter.
Oh, my dad warned me about you. Come to my hut.
Now, Ron, At the end of the last book,
Yeah.
Harry goes, Ron, do you want my phone number? Ron goes, what's that? And he tells him.
Yeah.
Ron calls.
Yeah.
And he starts screaming down the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never used a phone before. I did not like using the phone as a teenager.
No.
Did you?
Well, you always have to get through. It's like ringing the doctors, getting through the receptionist. You have to get through mum and dad, don't you?
And some people's parents were stern, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah. He's not coming out today. He's got homework to do.
Yeah. I always wonder about those strict families. How is their relationship when the child grows up?
Yeah.
Did the parents finally stop with the rules, or do they carry on with the rules once this kid's like 20 odd or 30?
They probably keep it up, don't they?
You reckon?
I remember overhearing a woman in McDonald's with her son, and she goes, "You've got exams coming up, Justin. Have you started revising?" And he goes, "No, I'm not revising." She goes, "Justin, are you a mentalist?" I don't think she knows what a mentalist is. That's someone who reads minds.
But yeah, I also hated receiving phone calls.
Oh, yeah.
So if the phone was ringing and I was home alone,
Yeah.
you better believe I wasn't answering that phone.
Oh, yeah. It's a pain, isn't it, being like the call centre for your mum and dad? Me nan's friend used to ring all the time.
Is mummy in? Well, you sound about 50 years old, pal. Your mum ain't here. I used to have that when I was like a teenager. I'd answer the phone and people would go, "Is mummy there?" Mummy?
Who's mummy? You got the wrong number, pal.
What are you saying about auntie?
Well, not my auntie, but my nan's friend, Doreen, always used to ring up.
Doreen!
She'd go, "Hiya, love, it's only Doreen." And she'd always think it was my dad talking on the phone. And we used to go through the same old routine every time. But once every 2 weeks, I'd answer the phone. I'd go, "Hello." She'd go, "Hiya, love, it's only Doreen. Can you put Susan on, please?" And I said, she'd go, "Hiya, Derek." I say, "It's not Derek, it's Luke." She goes, "Oh, don't you sound like your dad?" And I go, "Yes." And then she goes, "Can you put Susan on?" And it'd be that on loop every 1 or 2 weeks.
Do you miss those times?
I miss those times because God love her, she's dead now. But she was lovely. She had a dog called Brandy and a cat called Sooty. And they got on very well, those two animals.
I felt in the UK, Sooty must be one of the most popular names for a pet.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was called Sooty because it was black. And it's like soot.
We had a couple of black Labradors and they had babies. And so people came and got them. And everyone kept one by one calling the baby Sooty.
Sooty.
My brother's called Sooty.
Sooty, one of my favourite kids' TV shows growing up. I loved the Sooty show.
Yeah.
Sooty, Sweep, Sue, Scampy.
What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to re-watch it.
I loved... how good was Sooty's camper?
I loved it. They used to go on a little tour, didn't they? In the little caravan type thing.
Camper?
Matthew Corbett's.
Now, I would also, back to the phone, I remember being in my 20s, having to call friends' homes.
Yeah.
And because I knew I was going to have to get through their parent, I'd make a list of notes beforehand, write down what I was going to say.
Oh, really?
And then I'd read it out.
I have to do that at work. If I've got a difficult conversation,
Bullet points.
I write out what I'm going to say and make sure I say them. When I was a kid, and I forgot I did this, and it stayed as my answer message for ages. I don't know if I've told you this, but for about 2 years, my answer message was me pretending to be my own secretary.
That's funny.
So I'd be like, "Hello, this is Lucas's personal assistant. He can't be at the phone at the moment. Please leave your name and number and we'll get back to you." And I forgot I'd done it, and then someone was like, "Do you realise you're doing a stupid message?"
How old were you?
Probably about 13, 14.
Do you know what's funny?
What?
When I was a little boy, I did something similar.
Yeah.
My aunt's phone message was me pretending to be the Grinch.
I'm a mean one.
No, I'd go, "If you lay as much as one syllable on this answering machine, I will hunt you down and gut you like a fish. If you want to fax me, press the pound key."
I love it.
And that was my answering machine.
What's your answer machine now?
I don't know. It's just... I don't think I have a voice. It's just whatever the default is.
Oh, boring.
Yours is, hello, it's Lucas here. Sorry I can't get to the phone right now, but leave messages and I'll get back to you.
That's nice though, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it? I think it is.
Yeah.
Ron, his dad knows how to use a phone, but he's obviously not taught Ron just speak normally down the phone. Because Ron is shouting down the phone.
Wizards can't ever speak to someone who's in a different town, can they? Immediately. They have to send a letter or send a
Have to send an owl, don't they?
Or
Yeah.
put their face in the fire.
Oh, these muggles with their stupid phones, look. We just put our face in a fire. What? That's how we talk to each other. We burn ourselves.
We didn't charm that one.
Oh, getting around with all these buses. We travel by the flu network. What? Yeah. We go through these pipes, through these flaming pipes, and then jump out the right fire. What if you've got a lisp? Don't use the flu network. If you've got a lisp, don't use the flu network.
Keep Gareth Gates out of the flu network.
You mean Will Young?
No, I mean Gareth Gates.
Do they both have speech impediments?
Well, I think Will Young may have had a lisp, but Gareth Gates had a stutter.
People don't know this, but his actual name is Gareth Gates.
If you'd like to understand that joke, why not rewatch Pop Idol from 2002?
I think that's the second mention of Gareth Gates and Will Young in as many weeks.
Have you team Darius? Let us know.
But I like this scene. This was a bit of extra information, and I think the idea of Vernon shouting down the phone and being scared of the phone blowing up, I think is quite a funny image to behold. What do you think of that?
Poor devil. Vernon has loosened up on his rules. Hedwig is now allowed out at night.
Well, hey!
Harry is not allowed to take phone calls, and he's not had any word
Yeah.
from his cohorts and friends the whole summer. Hedwig's allowed out. Why have letters not been going back and forth?
Well, because I think it says Harry promised not to send letters.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, and it was...
How would he know?
Well, exactly, the big old mustachioed fool.
Yeah.
But yeah, because you think, well, if he's allowed out, why can't he send letters?
Do you think you'd get on with Uncle Vernon?
I don't know, really, because he seems to only be horrible to Harry. We've never actually seen him be horrible to anybody else. Yes, he's a big head. Yes, he's self-important, but we don't actually know what he's like with people at work.
I think Vernon and Petunia would be a nightmare at a comedy gig.
Yes.
They'd be sat there, not smiling, and they'd even be muttering things like, not funny.
Yes, not funny. But I don't think they'd even go to a comedy gig.
What if you had to serve them in a cafe?
I think that would be problematic. I think they would likely complain about something. This is disgusting.
In what instance? Maybe having them as neighbours would be good, because you know they would always have a clean garden, and I don't think they'd make that much noise. But would they be banging on if you're making too much noise?
Yeah, maybe. But as well, I don't think they'd make any effort to socialise with you.
Good, I like that.
Which would be nice. Just leave us alone. But yeah, I can imagine them being very nasty on the phone to people. You know, like complaining about their TV licence or something.
Yeah.
Electric bills. They would be absolutely furious. But I'm imagining Vernon doing all of that. I can't see Petunia phoning up to complain.
But what if Vernon was your dad's friend?
Yeah.
And then he was introducing, this is my son, Vernon.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think you'd get on with him then? Shake his hand. And what do you do?
I'm a part-time comedian.
Part-time? Tell us a joke. I'm doing Boris Johnson.
All right. Well, there were three golfers, American, Japanese. You like this one? You can tell this one yourself. Brexit. Maybe I've never seen Uncle Vernon and Boris Johnson in the same room.
Do you know who you'd get on with? My son, Dudley. Dudley, come over here a moment.
No, it's me, Dudley.
Oh, pleased to meet you. My name's Lucas.
Move! Move! Harry Potter had a nightmare.
Don't kill Cedric. Who's Cedric? Your boyfriend?
Hello, father. I want to get that impression in as much as I can of David Tennant as Barty Crouch.
I was thinking of doing a TikTok about that the other day. I was like, how can I make a TikTok of David Tennant as Barty Crouch?
Hello, father.
Hello, fella. Anyway, we digress. Vernon bollocks Harry after he's on the phone and he sprays spit on him.
Oh.
Has that ever happened to you? When someone's talking to you and a bit of spit goes on you?
I've had it happen, and if it's happened to you, you've definitely done it to someone.
Yeah. Oh, it's horrendous, isn't it?
We've spat at audiences before.
Yes.
You just see it leaving your mouth.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Well, there's a thing I think called is it called the Shakespeare Spittle? Where if you sit on the front row...
It'd be better if it was called the Shakespeare Shower.
Oh, that'd be good. Shakespeare Shower.
Be warned, we will shower you in phlegm if you sit on the front row.
Yeah, please come along.
And there's a good chance, if you're a funny-looking fellow, Lucas will bring you on stage. You treat the Pottervision live show like it's your own personal freak show. You'll bring someone up and you'll go, hey, everyone, get a look at him.
It's a bearded lady.
You staring, what a treat for my eyes. Look how tall this man is. Well, this man's got cornflakes all down him.
What can I say? I treat everybody equally. I forgot my train of thought there. Oh yeah, but if you go see a Shakespeare play at the Globe or the Swan or whatever, Royal Shakespeare Theatre, if you're in the front row, you are gonna be spat on. It's just a thing. They get so fired up and sweaty and horrible that they will spit at people just by talking.
Sweaty.
Betty.
Harry hates his birthdays,
Oh yeah.
but I think things are going to change. Right, so he gets Hedwig flies. He's been out for a couple of days.
Oh yeah.
Comes flying back
Yeah.
with some of his mates in him.
Yeah.
Got some things for Harry.
Oh yeah.
It's his birthday.
Happy B-Day.
Letter from Ron.
Lovely.
Newspaper clipping. Mr. Weasley and family have won some kind of little lottery.
Yeah.
Load of money.
Yeah. 700 galleons.
And guess what they're doing?
They've thrown it away on a month away
In Egypt.
in Egypt.
Can Mr. Weasley go a year of his life without going to Egypt?
Yeah, they already went at Christmas. They went to Egypt at Christmas. Hey, well, finally, we can pay off those bills. Finally, we can pay off those debts. Or we could go to Egypt again. Hey, what, for a week? No, a month. We're going to go for a month to Egypt. Arthur Weasley!
And there's a little bit left over to get Ron a wand. That's the first thing you buy.
What about some new shoes for me, Ginny? Mine have got holes in them. No, we're going on holiday, Ginny. Well, what kind of tickets have you bought? First class. We've won a competition.
What is in Egypt? They have to get there constantly. Their son.
Their son.
They need to just buy a holiday home over there and start operating over there.
Honestly, why don't they just spend 10 galleons to buy their son a flue fireplace? Why don't they just flue powder their way to Egypt?
No.
700 galleons, what are they doing?
Airplane, please.
Because I think they're saying that people like fly on brooms to places. So that's free.
Well, yeah, Harry goes. Someone says Weasley's are very nice and extremely poor. Compared to Harry, yes.
Yeah, Harry's rich, isn't he?
Compared to other people, no, they are not poor.
No.
They don't go hungry.
No.
They live in a mansion.
Yeah. They've got land.
Yeah. Oh, they're extremely poor. So they're going on an all-inclusive month-long holiday.
They go on holiday every year.
Arthur, you understand you've now used this year's your allowance of annual leave. So there'll be no going away at Christmas.
Yeah. Those 4 months, those 4 weeks you're spending in Egypt, that'll have to be unpaid leave. Who cares? I've won the prize draw.
I've won the lottery. It's funny when you start thinking, when a lot of people, sometimes when you think about the lottery,
Yeah.
they say, oh, if I won £1 million, and then people go, £1 million isn't very much money nowadays. You're like, yes, it is. £1 million is an enormous amount of money.
Yes.
But smaller amounts aren't. Like, say, if you inherited 100 grand,
Yeah.
that might just be 5 years' wages, that.
Yeah. I think, that's the thing. You think 100 grand. But you think that barely buy a house. But obviously, it's still not to be sniffed at. But yeah, if you won £1 million, you could pay off your mortgage, live comfortably, just save it.
Yeah.
Invest it in property, that's what I'd do.
I'd build a beach in my back garden.
You'd build a beach.
Wave pool.
Yeah?
And charge people admission.
Hey, that'd
If
be
you'd
good.
like to see me sunbathing, sat in water, £1.
Yeah, I'd pay that. I'd pay 2! How long do I get for £1 to watch you?
You get to stand up here in that window.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You just fill all this with sand, would you, in a pool?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What about the neighbours?
They can, I suppose, they can probably charge people. They could compete, couldn't they, from their bedroom window?
Yeah. Look at my neighbour. Do it for cheaper.
Look at him out there enjoying life. Now, Ron sends a letter to Harry.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, pal. I love you.
Yeah.
Apologising.
Yeah.
But he also says, don't let those muggles get you down, man. Very hippie, that, I found.
Very patronising, I thought. Don't let the muggles get you down.
Groovy, baby. Don't let those muggles get you down.
Peace and love, Hazza. Peace and love.
Thanks for the coffee, Harry. It's a bit nutty.
It is shit, Ron. Yeah, it's an odd thing to say, don't let the muggles get you down. Why didn't you invite me on this holiday?
Ron refers to Harry's family as muggles.
Yes.
And Hagrid also refers to Harry's family as muggles.
Yes.
Why can't they just say the Dursleys, your family?
Yeah.
I think it's odd to keep calling them the muggles. That'd be like if I called your family, how are the Whites?
Yeah. How are the Welshies?
How are the Welsh? If you're like, excuse me.
As a people, I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, it seems to be like... And I think as readers, we let them get away with this because we don't like the Dursleys.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
Whereas if he had a nice family, I think it'd be very rude to call them the Muggles. Especially as we know that Hagrid hates Muggles and is very Muggle racist.
Hagrid do. Now, so they've all bought Harry birthday presents. Ron has bought him a little, what's it called?
A sneaker scope.
A sneaker scope that tells you when someone's not being genuine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it says Bill Weasley said that they're rubbish for tourists. They're just a scam because it was spinning last night. But little did he know that Fred and George had put beetles in his soup. For me, that is beyond a prank. Right, a prank is whoopee cushion on the chair. A prank is, electric shock handshake. A prank is opening a tub and some snakes spring out. Oh, what's this? You've eaten a spoonful of beetles. What?
Hey, can I ask? Does your Coca-Cola straw taste funny?
What is it?
I've laced it with dog shit.
Oh!
What a prank! Speaking of pranks, my girlfriend's brother came to stay last weekend.
Yeah.
And he brought his girlfriend with him.
Mm.
And I thought, perfect opportunity for a prank.
Yeah.
I've only met her brother a handful of times.
Yeah.
I've never met his girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
So I blew up a whoopee cushion.
Yeah. Classic.
And I put it under the seat cushion that you're sitting on now, but we had it downstairs.
Yeah.
Under a cushion. She goes to sit down. It doesn't deflate. So she lifts up the cushion and finds the whoopee cushion, and everyone's like, "Oh." No one's laughing.
Brilliant.
Everyone's looking around, and I'm like, "Yeah, that was me. I put it there as a hilarious prank."
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh, right, okay. Do you want us to try and make it go off?" And I'm like, "Nah." It's happened now, yeah.
Can I have it back, please?
I should have gone for the Beatles in the soup.
Yeah, Beetles in the soup. We've got a mutual friend called Jade who once did a prank on her dad. And this is very devious. She said they put on the door of the garden shed a pin, right, on the door handle. And on the pin, they put some dog shit, right? So the dad went to grab the door handle, pricked his finger on the pin, and then went, oh! Like, put his finger in his mouth to suck on the blood, and it had dog shit on it. And she said she got into a lot of trouble that day with her dad because they pricked his finger and made him have dog shit.
That is absolutely mental.
It is, isn't it? And also, first of all, he's got dog shit now, both in his digestive system and in his bloodstream, which can't be good.
Good on you, Jade.
Good on you, Jade. Good on her. Well done.
You showed him.
Bloody hell.
What a hilarious prank.
Yeah, a hilarious bloody prank.
Any prank with dog poo's funny. Dog poo is funny.
Dog poo is funny. It's a classic comedy tool.
Get it in your mouth, get it in your blood.
Oh, I had a friend who fell over in the park and some dog poo went in his mouth. And it was horrible. He had like dog poo teeth. It's disgusting. Another classic comedy thing is banana skin, innit?
How about a dog
What?
turd inside a banana skin?
Hey, that'd be good.
I tell you what, listeners, I hope you're enjoying the dog poo special of the Pottervision podcast.
You asked for it, you've got it. The dog poo extended special.
Padfoot.
Prongs.
It's Padfoot's dog poo.
Why is it Padfoot's?
Because he's a dog, isn't he?
Yeah, he is a dog.
I don't know, maybe it relates to him a bit.
Oh yeah, Padfoot's black, isn't he? Sirius Black. But my brother-in-law broke his coccyx, genuinely.
On some dog poo.
No, after slipping on a banana skin. What do you think to
Go
that?
on.
He slipped on, that's the end.
Where was he?
In the park.
What was he doing there? Dogging.
Yeah. Dogging in the park. Slipped on a banana skin. broke
Weird
his
having a
coccyx.
brother-in-law, because how old's your brother-in-law? Like 30?
Yeah, something like that.
So, when you hear brother-in-law, oh, my brother-in-law, I always imagine a much older man.
Yeah. You imagine someone like your uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like someone a similar age as you.
No, it's weird, isn't
Like,
it?
oh, he's my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Because it stopped being, oh, that's my sister's boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's my brother-in-law.
Oof.
Ooh, the one wearing flares. The one with the poofy shirt with the not buttoned all the way. Yeah, him with the necklace with the male emblem on it.
Is your brother-in-law one of the Bee Gees?
He's Austin Powers.
He's Austin Powers. How does that make you Dr. Evil? I don't know.
It makes me Scotty.
Yeah, it's weird. I still think it's weird that I've got a niece and nephew.
I've
Oh,
got
my
a
niece, my
as
nephew.
well now, yeah. I've got
Yeah.
a niece and nephew.
We're getting old, me and you.
Yes. So bless these kids.
Yeah.
Ron et Hermione, they are buying Harry birthday presents. They
Yeah.
are remembering. When you were a child, did you ever buy a birthday present for someone when it was not a birthday party you were going to?
I'll tell you what did happen. My mum, very embarrassingly, I had a female friend in primary school.
She sounds beautiful.
Yes, called Eleanor Slack. And I was friends with her. And my mum once bought her, on my behalf, Little Miss underpants, like knickers, with Little Miss characters on them. And that was my present to her that my mum bought.
And that's funny.
I think there was like Little Miss Sunshine, Little Miss Chatterbox, and Little Miss Naughty.
What year was this in?
Year 6, so I was about 11. Here you are, Eleanor. I don't think I even knew what my mum's got you. Here you go. Oh, Little Miss Naughty knickers, are they? It's like, I've not bought these. My mum's bought these.
Think of me when you wear them.
Oh, and what have I got on today, Mr. Tickle Boxers? How's this happened? dear.
I suppose the lesson of this week's episode is definitely don't buy your son's friend knickers on his behalf.
It's true, whatever it is.
For any American listeners, we call underwear knickers.
Knickers, particularly female underwear. And for our American listeners, the Mr. Men Little Mix, Little Miss series were a series of
Children's books.
Children's books by Roger Hargreaves, and later his son, Alan, I think. Or Ben, can't remember.
Thanks for the knickers, Lucas.
You're welcome. It was nothing, it was me mum.
Thank you for the knickers. I remember them presents you'd buy people in primary school. You buy them like, my mum would, you buy tapped something from Claire's Accessories or something.
Oh, yeah, some little earrings or
something that lights up,
Yeah.
never a pencil case.
Yeah.
Something. Because you're never going to spend more than a tenner, are you?
Oh, yeah. Zoo Animal Pencil Toppers.
Zoo magazine for the
Zoo
older boy.
magazine, yeah. Nuts magazine. Other magazines.
Knickers for a girl.
Of course. Please, don't let me be the only one. Please write in if something like this happened to you.
That's what we'd love to hear. We had, this is it, genuinely, if you please let us know. I'd love to hear, have you ever been bought an inappropriate present as a child or as an adult? Or have you ever given someone an inappropriate present,
Oh, I'll tell you something that happened to me. Right. I was in doing a tour of Aladdin, the pantomime, right? And one of the characters dropped something on the floor in the wings. And I was only about, 14 at the time.
Yeah.
He dropped it on the wings. He had to go on the stage. He went to me, clean that up. To me, wasn't my job. I was a bit annoyed, right? So I told some of the other actors about this, and they got annoyed. Went, bloody hell, like this. And one of them goes, I've got this guy, a secret Santa, right?
Yeah.
Goes, so I'm going to get him a mop and bucket for Secret Santa because he told me to mop something up, right? So we're like, really funny. So it comes round to the time where everyone's giving each other Secret Santas, right? And it turns out that the guy who's bought the mop for this other bloke's got him as well. So they've got each other for Secret Santa. So the other guy goes first and he goes, I've got you this, right? He unwraps it. And it's a personalised photo album with pictures all from the tour with little captions saying about all the memories and how wonderful it was, all drawn and all lovely and amazing. And then he gives him a mop and bucket, and he didn't even know why he was giving it to him. He goes, oh, thank you very much.
Next time, be nicer to young Lucas Kirkby.
But that was never explained because it was so awkward. They didn't explain why I'd bought him a mop and bucket.
Everyone else on the tour. Hey, did anyone else? Did Lucas buy anyone else a 5-pack of knickers?
Must have missed naughty knickers. I know who these are from. It says from Santa, but I know.
Miss Naughty.
Oh, there's so much recapping on this. There's like a little bit of new information, and then there's some more recapping. And I'm just thinking, how many books is this going to go on for? Are we really going to be reading book 7, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows? We open up first chapter. Harry was no ordinary boy. We know! We're on book 7. I really hope these
I know who he is.
Out.
I know who he is. Speaking of birthday parties, I went to a birthday party when I was a kid, and it was a football birthday party.
Hey!
Someone had rented out like a sports hall.
Oh,
just like football for like whoever.
Yeah.
My dad came to pick me up at the end. And the lad whose birthday it was, his dad was wearing a football kit.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Shorts, socks, whistle, I don't know. Little boots. And my dad comes to pick me up and he goes to the other dad. My dad goes, did you win?
Yeah.
He goes, I wasn't bloody playing. Like he'd beaten us all.
Oh, brilliant.
Like load of kids in a full grown man.
Me against the lot of you, come on. Dads used to love that. Hey, I'll take on all of you, come on. And then all the kids would try and tackle him and he'd like push him on the floor. Remember dads like that?
Yeah. Little Miss Naughty Knickers.
That's going to stay with you for life, isn't it?
Forget Owl Post. This chapter should be called Little Miss Naughty Knickers.
Oh, Ron's giving him a little newspaper clipping, right, with people moving about on it. And it reminded me of there's a new app now that can make photos move about. And there's a load of like TikToks and Instagram videos of like old people seeing like their mum in a black and white picture from like 100 years ago moving around, and then they cry. Oh, it's bringing them back to life. I think it's a bit like Harry Potter, that, isn't it? You know, I think we're not far away from having pictures on the wall of relatives moving around a bit.
So the fat lady, she screams, doesn't she? That
Yes.
moving photo of her.
Yes.
If you were to cut through Ron Weasley's face
Yeah.
in this newspaper clipping, would it distress his image?
Well, yeah, because I feel like the photos are different to the paintings. I remember Colin Creevy saying last year that you have to enchant it in some like magic fluid that makes it move about a bit. But I feel like the photos are just like loops
Yeah.
of just like an image, a
Well,
moment.
well, when you think of the film,
Yeah.
and you've got that photo of Sirius Black, you know,
Yeah.
it's a mugshot, and for some reason he's screaming.
Yeah. Can you just stay still, please? We just want you to take your picture. Ah! Ah!
Sirius Black, we know you're not insane. Why are you screaming?
And now turn to your left, please. To your right. Yeah, because Harry's got that picture of his mum and dad dancing about, hasn't he? And that's just on a loop. But then the painting, they're still conscious, aren't they, the painted beings? They seem to be living their own lives, but within the painting. I don't know.
Now, Harry gets another parcel. He gets one from Hermione, which is a broom maintenance kit for his broom. And he gets one from Hogwarts saying, you're going to leave at this time. Also, get this permission slip signed.
Oh, yeah.
So you can go to Hogsmeade.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh shit, how am I going to get the Dursleys to sign this? How am I going to get them to sign it? Forge it.
Forge it. Are they really going to know?
I won't even bother telling them about it.
No.
Just forge it.
Yeah. Are they really going to know what Vernon Dursley's signature is?
They'd never know.
And she gets him a lovely set. It's like a sort your own broom out set. It's got like polish, clip, what are they called? Twig clippers.
What are you doing in there? I'm polishing my broom handle.
Excuse me.
A compass for long journeys.
Compass for long journeys, exactly.
I'd love that. I'd love to go off on a broom on a long journey.
Yeah.
Me to just leave my garden and go, you know, I'm going to go eat me lunch at the top of a peak.
Hey, where you going? North. All right, have a good time. He's going north today.
And I'd get up high and I'd say, the only thing I've got to worry about is planes. And I'd start laughing and I wouldn't stop. It's the high altitude, it changes you.
And I'd eat all the toffees in the glove compartment.
And I'd sweat. I'd dab my forehead with a pair of Miss Naughty knickers.
I'll tell you who I feel sorry for in this chapter.
Please tell me, don't keep anything in.
Ginny Weasley.
Go on.
She's just been through a year of trauma in which she's been taken deep into Salazar Slytherin's secret chamber. First day after they finish from school, they're going down the tombs in bloody Egypt. Bloody hell!
Come on, Ginny, exposure therapy's the best thing for you.
Come on, let's come and see these dead sarcophagi down here, these snakes. What, like an Egyptian? Ginny, look at all these snakes like the ones you were talking to. Remember?
Remember? Do you remember? I remember.
I remember. Do you think she recalls any parcel tongue?
No.
No, you think she was on another planet?
She was not awake throughout the whole thing.
Oh. All right. But not even enough to buy a paper.
Uh-uh.
I know enough to buy a paper, you know. Percy's been promoted as well. Head boy now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going around Egypt with a head boy badge pinned to his fez. Why, Percy, why?
Yeah.
Your authority means nothing in Egypt.
Is he a bit special, your lad, Mrs. Weasley?
Yep. Not only is he wearing a head boy badge.
Imagine that'd be the same as Harry walking around in his Quidditch kit all summer.
Yeah. Head boy badge. Wear it on my head. I'm a head boy. Head boy badge on my head. Percy.
God
I need to
love
put
you.
you down.
Something's wrong with all them kids.
Yeah.
Beetles in someone's soup.
Oh, they're mad, aren't they?
That's a good prank.
Oh, yeah. It must feel bad for Harry because they're all going on holiday. You know, Hermione's in France. Ron's in Egypt.
Yeah.
Hagrid's in Scotland. He gets a present from Hagrid. It's
See.
the Monster Book of Monsters.
Yes, and I'd forgotten because I've not read this book for a long time.
Yeah.
In the film, he opens it at the hotel, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Waste of time, this gimmick on this book. Why does it need to be a monster? Is it a selling point, do you think? Oh, we'll sell more of these if it's actually a monster that bites you. Why can't it just be a normal textbook?
I don't want a book to bite me.
No, I don't. I don't want to have to dangle my shoe from the bed to catch my own book. I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to waste 3 minutes of my film.
Any of your appliances? Have you used that waffle maker yet?
Yes, Martina has, yeah. It's very good.
Did you have any?
Yeah, they're nice.
Actual dessert waffles? 'Cause
Yes, dessert waffles.
For a long time, you thought you were going to have potato waffles out of them,
I was
didn't
going to
you?
have smiley faces, yeah. The dessert waffles, very nice they were. I think we had that with banana, chocolate sauce. Very nice.
Here's a question for you. Have you had marmalade?
No, I've never had marmalade. What about you, Paddington?
I've had marmalade today.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the cue. Why do they call it marmalade and not orange spread?
Yeah, what is marmalade? Orange jam?
I reckon.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Real lady marmalade. Doom, 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 doom. And my question for you. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
No.
Oh, sacre bleu.
No harm in asking.
Hey, always ask everybody.
Don't ask, don't get.
Don't ask, don't get. Hogsmeade, I'd want to be going to Hogsmeade. I remember the thrill of being in sixth form and we got to go out at dinner. I would always go to the bakery and get a sandwich or something.
Me and a couple of friends would drive to Big Tesco.
Yeah.
I would get Tesco's meal deal. We're talking chicken and bacon sandwich. Yeah? We're talking Sensations crisps.
Oh,
We're
lovely.
talking a bottle of Coke.
Bottle of Coke.
Right? My friend would instead buy a loaf of unsliced bread and he would eat it all. He'd eat all the dough out the middle.
What?
How interesting.
That is the act of a maniac. What's his name?
Anonymous.
I bet he was anonymous after he ate that loaf of bread every day. My goodness, that is crazy. We used to have a co-op we went to, but we would spend the majority of the time at Squire's, which was like a little bakery that just filled their paninis with stuff. Used to get like a salami panini with cheese and stuff in it. Lovely.
God, yeah.
God, yeah. Love it. I felt, actually, this chapter, I will say this for it, it made me actually like Harry and feel a bit sympathetic towards Harry. 2 reasons. Number one, he has a little countdown that he crosses off the days to coming back to Hogwarts. I thought that was cute that he has that as a 13-year-old boy. And he's so happy to get some birthday cards at last. I felt like I've had more pathos and sympathy for Harry in this chapter than I've ever had. Because he delights so much in actually having a bit of a birthday and having actual cards and counting down the days to Hogwarts.
Bless him. Isolated there.
Yeah.
I've never felt that way myself. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't.
Who are we to say?
Right. How many pairs of
Little Miss Naughty Knickers
out of 5 are you giving this chapter?
It was almost a waste of time, I think, this chapter. God love it. We had a bit of a recap, but nothing happened. I feel like we were given little bits of information, but nothing was set up. I remember in the first chapter of the second book, at least we had Dobby's tennis ball eyes peeking through the bush.
God, yeah.
And then we had Dobby on the bed at the end of the chapter. But here we've had none of that. Harry just goes to bed happy as Larry. We don't really know what's going on. Apart from the fact they might meet in Diagon Alley in a couple of weeks. So for me, a bit boring, but there was a little bit of sentimentality with Harry, which I quite liked. A bit of recapping, a bit of fun with Dursley on the phone. I'm going to give it 2 pairs of Little Miss Naughty Knickers out of 5.
Now, for me, similar to you, it was a dully.
Yeah.
Started slow. Some tidbits. Bit of recapping.
Yeah.
Bit of novelty with Ron calling up.
Yeah.
You know. We had a bit of a giggle, you know, but we were waiting for something interesting to happen.
Yes.
Had some letters. Bit of text to read.
Nice.
17 pages for me. Don't know about you, but 17 pages. For me, I'm going to go toe-to-toe with you with 2 pairs of Little Miss Naughty Knickers out of 5.
Fantastic.
Now, are you ready for the nation's, nay, the world's premiere segment?
Hey, you nearly said it. You nearly said it, boys and girls.
Quiz.
Quiz, quizzy key, quiz, quizzy key, quiz, 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 quiz. Gonna ask you some questions. How well will you do? Quiz, quizzy key, quiz, quizzy key, quiz, 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 quiz. Gonna ask you about Harry Potter, Lucas. How well will you do? I'll blow you a kiss.
Question 1. How many weeks did Harry go without speaking to one of his friends?
5.
Correct, sir. Question 2. The night of his birthday, which wizard was Harry writing about?
Wendell in the Weird.
Correct, sir. Question 3. Where is Hermione on holiday?
France.
Correct, sir. Question 4. What time will the Hogwarts Express leave?
11 o'clock.
And question 5. This is for everything, right?
What's the prize?
The prize is... I'm going to do a little dance for you.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Right? So you've got 4 out of 5 so far.
Yeah.
Right? You can either stick and get a half-hearted dance, or if you twist and answer this next question, you'll get a full energy dance.
I've got to commit. I've got to try and answer the final question. Go on.
Question 5. Where does Percy have his prefect badge pinned?
On his fez. Yes. Oh, it's the worm. Is that called the worm? What's that? He's pushing his hand away from his head. Oh, he's doing Vogue, but with demonic eyes. And now he's waving. Hey! My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, that is something that only I will ever have seen and remember. And that was lovely. Quiz, quizzy, quiz, quizzy, quiz, 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 cool. We're going to ask you some questions. How well will you do? Quiz, quizzy, quiz, quizzy, quiz, 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 cool. Going to ask you about Harry Potter, Lucas. How well will you do? I'll blow you a kiss.
Pottervision.
And now it's time for everyone's favourite segment, Hedwig's Droppings. We're not alluding to owl poo, we're not alluding to ploppings. We mean the messages you send in when we allude to Hedwig's Droppings. What's in a beak this week? Well, I'm reading Hedwig's Droppings on my own today because I don't feel very well. I had my vaccine about 3 days ago and I'm not feeling too clever, a bit drained. But we need to get those droppings read out, so here we go. Now, a lot of people are looking forward to book 3, and I am as well. First of all, Robelisk the Tormentor on Twitter says he is very excited to hear some Time Turner chat from us, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Or have I already done it? We're looking forward to it. We've also had a message from Abby Allen on Facebook. She says it's her favourite book and film. Brackets. Don't ruin it. Well, I think we will. So look forward to that. Linda Diskin on Instagram also says it's her favourite book. She cannot wait. She's looking forward to us discussing Sirius and, what might change with this character. And finally, on that note, we've had a message from Simon Heath on Facebook, and he agrees that it's the best book. He says this has a lot of great elements, and Marge, the Night Bus, Sirius Black. He says, this is my favourite book, I think. It's got a great story, but doesn't take itself too seriously. The greatest of the Potter books. So thank you very much. We are definitely really looking forward to Prisoner of Azkaban, and we hope you are too. Now, we've got a very special message to give out, and that's a big old happy birthday to KCJ, one of our most loyal supporters. Happy birthday, many happy returns to you. We hope it was filled with joy, with a little bit of pleasure, if you don't mind me saying that, and also many congratulations from friends, family, and one enemy. Lovely. We've had a message from Ginge Pixel on Instagram, and he wants us to bring Tom's riddle back. So I hope you're listening to this, Tom. We only did it once at the beginning of book 2, and I'd like it to come back once or twice. We need Tom's riddle. And finally, we've had a message from James Stinton on Facebook, and he asks, why does Harry Potter bother freeing Dobby? After the year Dobby gave him, I never really understood where their friendship actually comes into it. Well, personally, I think Harry is very used to dealing with misguided people who do ridiculous actions, as, he is constantly surrounded by Ron Weasley, any other Weasleys, to be honest. So, I don't know, I feel like even though Harry is quick to judge people and goes in a bit kind of left-footed into situations, I believe he's got a good heart and he's full of forgiveness, so maybe that's why he... And also, if someone's, doing bad things to you, they still shouldn't be a slave, do you know what I mean? They still deserve to be freed. So I think it's just a moral thing to do. Thank you very much. That was Hedwig's Drop-Ins. Please send in some letters. Stick them in Hedwig's beak for next week. We're on Pottervision.com. You can send us a message on there. We're on email, pottervisioncomedy@gmail.com. And we're also on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Just search Pottervision. Also, we have got a Patreon page, patreon.com/Pottervision. There are loads of bonus episodes, merch, videos, and a recording of our 2019 live show. So we would absolutely love for you to support us and cover my petrol money going to Tom's every week. Goodbye.
Pottervision.
This has been the Pottervision podcast, aka Little Miss Naughty Knickers. Next week, we are going to be on episode 37. We're going to be on chapter 2 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Aunt Marge's Big Mistake. You have been Tom Lawrenson.
You've been Lukas Kirkby.
As always, please follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Just search Pottervision. We've got a website, pottervision.com, and if you want bonus content, bonus episodes and access to loads of goodies in our live show, go to patreon.com/Pottervision. Whoa!
Pottervision.
Thank you for listening to the Pottervision podcast. The music was performed by Jack Evans. You can contact us through our website, pottervision.com. And if you'd like bonus content and to support the show, you can visit patreon.com/Pottervision.